Welcome to a pedagogical grammar for Arabic speakers of English. Today, we are going to look at how to quantify in English. Being able to count and number or quantify items is very important. We can do this by using numbers, starting with 1 and going on indefinitely. Some items, however, cannot be counted, and we call these uncountable. In English, we have a variety of phrases as well as numbers to help us talk about countable and uncountable items. Let's start with numbers. When using numbers in English, remember that all except the number 1 are followed by the plural form of the noun. So we say 2 books, 3 children, and so on. You can go to the activities on the page, but first of all, let us review some important information about quantifying. So we see that numbers do not change with the masculine, feminine, and neuter nouns. We have 5 boys, 5 girls, 5 books. The number stays the same. The number 1 is followed by a singular noun, as in 1 monkey. And any number above 1 is followed by a plural noun. For example, 5 stories in a house, 10 children in the room. We know that many nouns in English are made plural by adding s, but some, like children, are irregular, and you will have to learn the irregular plurals. Adjectives, except for this and that, keep the same form with singular and plural nouns. So we have 1 white car, 4 white cars, but when we have this and that, we have these white cars and those white cars. All right, let's move on. Another important point to remember is that the verbs in the sentence must agree with the number of the noun. So for example, if the subject is singular, meaning 1, for example, 1 monkey, it is, and if more than 1, is are. So the monkey is on the roof, the monkeys are on the roof. Likewise, when we use a main verb, we have to remember that we say the monkey eats with that s in the present simple, and when it is plural, we have no s. The monkeys eat nuts. And this system works for all nouns, people, objects, masculine or feminine nouns. Sometimes we are not able to count items because they are too numerous. So we may use the word many. We can say, for example, there are many pigeons on the square. There are many people looking on at the pigeons. We can also use the word a lot of pigeons or a lot of people. When there's a small number of items and we don't need or we don't want to specify the number, as we will see in the pictures in the activities, we could say, for example, a few clouds or a few waves in the sea. So now, let's review here. When we talk about amounts of uncountable items, we cannot use many, as we did with the countable items. We use a lot of. So, for example, water is an uncountable noun, and we say there is a lot of water in the glass. There is a lot of money on the table. There are a lot of dirhams on the table. As we see, we can use a lot of there. And there is a little water in the glass, a little money, and a few coins. Now you can go to the activities and you can learn a lot more about how we quantify items in English using some, each, every, and so on.